this is just a quick tutorial on how to use the Qtouch software. And this just is an annotating tool that you can lay over any slideshow or website or whatever you want to use, either with your BenQ or just on your computer. So notice that I have it pinned at the bottom. I'm going to unpin it, and I'll show you how to do all of that. So the first thing you're going to do is where it says type here to search, you are going to type in the name of the software, which is Qtouch, and software meaning that it's on your computer. I find the little icon with the Q, I click on it to open up the software, and notice that I have a site that I can use right away. I typically don't use it this way, and I'm actually going to click on the bottom control on the right hand side quickly to show you how you can just get the Q. So notice the control, I now have the controls over here, but I just want to show you how to pin something. You do a right click on whatever icon you want to pin there and choose pin to taskbar. And now once I have it pinned there, just like I have visualizer pinned there and my online keyboard for when I use my BenQ, I can now also have Qtouch as well. So let's go back to the big screen so we can register our Qtouch software. With new computers, your Qtouch software is not registered until you register it. Copy that code that's in our Google Classroom. It's a very long digit code. I think it starts with zeros. And you're going to go to Tools. Bottom left of your screen, you're going to choose Tools. And then once you open up Tools, you're going to see that bottom row where it says Settings and choose Register. Mine is already registered, but if you click that, you'll be able to paste in your code, and then you will be able to save it and it will be registered, and then you don't have the trial version. So I'm going to say no to that, but typically you would just paste in that code and you're in good shape. All right, so once it's registered, you can use it however you want. Typically, I like to use it on websites. Oh, look at that. It's set up for hearts, I like to say. Isn't that fun? Doesn't class seem a little bit more exciting if you can circle something or show something to kids with hearts all around it? I don't know. I kind of like that. But all right, so how do you use this? Once you open Qtouch software, choose the bottom control. Click on control, and you're going to see that it pops up to the right side. So when I'm teaching, maybe I'm opening up a new window and I'm teaching students how to get to our library webpage. And I open up a new window and notice that I can use any of these tools. And maybe it simply is I want to use annotating the pen tool, and I can choose how thick my tool is. And maybe I want a highlighter, smart pen, maybe a laser pen, whatever it is. I'm just going to use a soft pen so you can see that. And I'm going to pick my color. I think we'll be able to see yellow. I'll pick yellow. And I just want to point out that you are going to see the Library Media Services way down here. Oh, that's a really terrible arrow, isn't it? Wow. But anyway, you can see that annotation. And Library Media Services will be down there. I can't quite see it, but I can then minimize that control, and then you can see that I'm pointing over here. I could move that around if I wanted. No, I don't want to save that annotation, so I say no, and then it pops back up to here that I can move around so it's out of my way. Now, a couple other things that you can do, if you go to Tools at the bottom, notice that there's a screen shade. So if I want to show kids just a part of the page at a time, I can use the screen shade. Please note that on the BenQs, you actually can't get to the very edges of the screen shade to drag it one way or another. You have to actually do that on your computer until you get into the middle. And then when you're done with your screen shade, there's a bottom right X. Click on it and it's gone again. Another option is you have the spotlight. I like the spotlight. You move it around with the spotlight, just so you know. So if I want to say, okay, looking at to find schools is over here, but maybe I want it much bigger so they can actually see more. So I can drag that a little bigger so they can see that. Oops, and I got to grab the little highlighter or the spotlight to be able to move it. And then when I'm done with the spotlight, I do the little drop down and I say exit. Another helpful thing is that transparency view. And if you use the transparency view, you can still see the whole website, but it's just highlighting the part you want to highlight. So doing that drop down, exit when you're done. And then again, my Qtouch tools are up there again, and I can use them when I want to use them. There are some other math things. There is the calculator and different things that I can do with my markers. I love the magic pen is one of my favorites, because who doesn't want to circle things in rainbows like a Kana area school district, right? Just fun ways to get attention again. Notice that here too, if I go into that annotation and then I go into my tools, I'm also going to see other things that I've added, like a ruler. I can use a ruler then, and the ruler can be used to measure, or it's out there and now I can move it around, showing this in centimeters. Just a lot of options to play around with. It depends on what you teach, what you need. But again, I wanted to make sure you point that out. All right. When you're done, you can either go back to the big screen. Whoops. You can go back to the big screen with those arrows. I'm saying, no, I don't want to save my annotations. And then I can exit the whole program in the bottom right. I don't want to save it. And then you're going to see that the Qtouch software is still at the bottom because I pinned it to my taskbar, which is super helpful for later. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, enjoy.